Now, as we are going to now set the trap, so when you're setting a trap for a fox, it's probably best to actually have gloves on to remove the human scent from the trap. You'll actually probably put the trap out in a yard for some time to allow the foxes to become accustomed, and you might use some, chicken legs or something like that placed around so the animal can be accustomed to your trap. The other way you could do it is actually, and we've done this on a farm in outer Victoria, is to actually, when you set the trap, you can essentially, if you wanted to, you could actually cable tie that in place and place chicken legs in the rear so the fox or foxes become accustomed to the trap. Often foxes will bump the trap, and then the whole, from the outside, then everything is locked in place. On our farm, we actually had one particular old fox that had bumped the trap on the first night we placed it out. It was a good learning experience, and it took us nearly 12 months to capture that old fox. And so it took time to then start again, have him feeding around the outside of the trap while he was taking chickens, and so on. So it's a stressful and difficult situation to overcome. So it might be best to do some pre-feeding before you actually set the trap. And essentially, to set the trap is to lift the arm like so. Make sure that your split pins are out of the way. Okay, and then we hold the treadle arm, which is it links to the treadle plate at the back, and then that will then hold this in place. Now it's a bit of a feather touch there, so it can take a bit of time to get that set. And so as the animal walks in, goes towards the attraction at the rear, and then that will basically close the trap and you've got a captured animal. Let's look at how we handle and manage the animals at a later stage, but essentially this trap will obviously hold foxes for a short period of time, and you must be checking your traps every 24 hours. Now, just a last minute discussion here is that when the foxes are in the trap, naturally they're somewhat distressed, but they will also chew on this treadle arm. And generally, for every fox that's in the trap for a period of even just an hour or two, it's likely that it's going to damage the treadle arm. So we have these treadle arm and plate replacements should your trap get damaged. But other than that, you've got a very strong and sturdy trap that will basically last you for years. Thanks for joining us.